What is a phenotype in eye color? Imagine looking into a person's eyes and seeing a beautiful shade of blue, green, brown, or hazel. Have you ever wondered what makes each person's color unique? Well, that is where the idea of a phenotype comes in. A phenotype is simply the way a trait or characteristic appears on a person. In this case, it is the actual color of the iris, which is the colored part of the eye you see. The phenotype is what you observe, but it is influenced by the person's genes and sometimes even their environment. Eye color phenotype depends mainly on a pigment called melanin. Melanin is a natural substance that gives color to our skin, hair, and eyes. When there is a lot of melanin in the iris, the eyes look darker, like brown. When there is less melanin, the eyes appear lighter, such as blue or green. The more melanin, the darker the eye color. Less melanin means lighter eyes. The way the genes control how much melanin is produced and where it is stored in the iris determines the eye color you see. There are specific genes involved in this process. The most important ones are called OCA2 and HERC2. These genes are located close to each other on chromosome number 15. The OCA2 gene makes a protein that helps produce melanin. Variations or differences in this gene can cause more or less melanin to be made. The HERC2 gene has regions that control how active the OCA2 gene is. Changes in these regions can lead to different eye colors. It's interesting to know that eye color inheritance is complex. It is not just a simple case of one gene being dominant over another. Many genes work together to create the final eye color. That is why some people have hazel or green eyes, which are in between brown and blue. Each person inherits 2 copies of each gene, one from each parent. The combination of these copies, called alleles, determines the phenotype. For example, if someone inherits a brown eye allele from one parent and a blue eye allele from the other, they will usually have brown eyes because brown is dominant. Understanding how color phenotype works helps us see how genes influence physical traits. It also shows how traits are passed down through families. This knowledge is useful in genetic testing and education about hereditary health. It can even be used in forensic science to predict what someone might look like based on their DNA. In summary, the phenotype of eye color is the visible color of the iris. It results from the interaction of multiple genes controlling melanin production and distribution. The eye color you see is the physical expression of your genetic information about pigmentation.